Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Pick one, whatever works for you. I'm Dr. Bob Preziosi, a professor of management at the Huizenga School of Business. You know, we're doing a lot more these days in teams than we were 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and in the future, it's really going to be unbelievable. So with all that time, energy, and effort we're putting into it, boy, it sure would make a lot of sense if we could take some actions to ensure success of the teams. That's where the team leader comes in. I'd like to share with you some actions that team leaders can take. And team could be a cross-functional team, a virtual team, a functional team, a team that gets together once a month, a team that's together constantly. Makes no difference. But whenever a team activity gets moving, the team leader can help ensure success by taking certain actions. Let's begin, of course, with number one, the first action. The first action a team leader should take is to make sure that the team, for whatever action or set of actions they're working on, they have a purpose and a couple of goals. That becomes their roadmap. They know exactly where they're going and what they'll be doing. Second, make sure you have support from top management. The team leader has to be in touch with not the highest level of management, but the second or third level down. They need to know what's going on. Third, you need to meet with each member of the team to understand who they are, what they're all about. And I know it seems like, well, I did that once already, but you know what? I've identified that there are 24 things that can happen from one day to the next that could influence what a team's doing or not doing, how they're doing it, how they're not doing it. The fourth thing the team leader has to make sure he or she is focused on is any training that's necessary that may bring the team up to date. Some kind of technical training or even interpersonal skills training. Something that's lacking, quote unquote, in the team that needs to be developed. The size and makeup of the team is real important. 12 is probably the upper limit. 7 works real well. And who's going to be on it? What skill sets do you need? Make sure you got them all there. So the next thing you have to focus on is making sure that if there's any training needed, some technical training, some interpersonal skills training, that you have that taken care of before the team really gets rolling. Next, you have to have an operational plan or some kind of framework of how you're going to do things. What are your timelines going to be? What kind of things get discussed at meetings or in between meetings? How do we keep each other informed? Next, the team leader has to make sure that he or she has identified what other teams are connected to or involved in what we're doing as a team. What are the team interdependencies? You have to make sure those are identified so we know what information to exchange, how to exchange it, and so on and so forth. Next, plan some kind of relationship building activity. They may think that or feel that they all know each other well and that they have good camaraderie and so on and so forth. But remember, if one of those 24 things has happened, something's different. And so plan a relationship building activity that will help solidify the relationships among the members. There's one other thing I think the team leader has to have a discussion with each team member of what the team member's role is expected to be. What is it that you expect from them in terms of their skills? What kinds of activities do you expect them to play a key role in? All this is important, and all these things are important. And if you take care of all of these as the team leader, you're bound to launch what will be a very successful set of team actions that will get you to the result that you're aiming for, the result that you identified in your team purpose and your team goals. Ciao for now.